Breaking news. Kyrie Irving is out for the regular season. Kyrie Irving is out for the playoffs. Now, I feel bad for Kyrie and Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens. It's a win for the Sixers, obviously, a young team. You're just not going to win in the NBA playoffs with 19-year-old Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Jaylen Brown, regardless of how good Brad Stevens is. This is you're talking about a 7-game series, and they don't have a go-to scorer. I like Al Horford. I think Al Horford's a nice B player, but he was in Atlanta for years, and you're not getting that far if Al's your go-to guy. And Jason Tatum's a baby, so this is devastating for the Boston Celtics. Christine saying she thinks news will come out. Not she thinks, she knows news is going to come out here some point today, or in the time frame here in the next 24 hours. There'll be some news. It will not be good for the Celtics. First of all, the Gordon Hayward injury was so devastating. Game 1, it was sickening. And then Kyrie Irving at the end of the year, as you're getting ready for the playoffs, gets hurt. Man, these dynasties close quick. There's injuries. There's attitudes. There's Miami we thought was going to last forever. LeBron and D-Wade were best buddies. And by the 4th year, you're like, they're wearing each other out, and Chris Bosh isn't happy, and Chris Bosh isn't healthy, and D-Wade is not healthy. And then we thought the big three was going to last forever, and Rondo wasn't getting along with Doc Rivers, and all of a sudden Ray Allen got old fast, and he goes to Miami, and all of a sudden you lose Game 7 to the Lakers, and that thing ends. And now, you know what I mean? Like Golden State now. All 4 of their All-Stars have been hurt. Kyrie Irving now with Boston. We thought this rebuild, this is great, this is amazing, and right now you're looking at Boston and thinking, what is their future? Injury-prone Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward coming off a future, and a player I like, Al Horford. Not great, but I like him. He's a B player. And a kid, Jason Tatum, who's talented, but a kid. Man, you enjoy it while you've got it. Fleeting. And this is basketball. This isn't hockey or football, more physical sports. This is hoops. Christine with the news.
No. Turn on the news. This is the Herd Line News.
I was at the Laker game last night, and it was really fun.
It was. I watched it on TV. It looks like it was a blast.
The Lakers don't have a shot. They're out of the playoffs, but it was a good game. The Spurs are going. It went to overtime. Yeah. Lakers wound up winning. There was streamers, so it was good.
Yeah.
But Luke Walton still said after the game, but they're going to the playoffs and we're not.
For 20 close years now, they've won 50-plus games. So to beat them multiple times in a season for a young team that's kind of finding themselves and building is a nice accomplishment. But they're still going. They're most likely still going to the playoffs, and we're not this year.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking last night as I was watching the Lakers is this really enough for LeBron to come join the Lakers?
Well, Brandon Ingram didn't play last night.
But still.
And he's their best young talent.
Regardless, not even just last night, but the fact they're not even making the playoffs. It's just not enough. And you're saying, okay, maybe Paul George, even that, it's not enough.
Oh, I think it is.
Paul George.
And LeBron. And Brandon. And Kuzma.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. By the way,
remember,
Oklahoma City then drops because George is off that roster, and Melo's going to...
So you're counting on other teams getting worse for them to have more of a chance? What about the Warriors? Who cares?
No, they're still the best team in the league.
Yeah, exactly. But LeBron, Paul George, and this Laker team are still not beating the Warriors.
This Laker team beat the Spurs 3 times this year.
They're the Spurs. And they're also not beating the Rockets. You think they're getting past the Rockets or the Warriors?
I think LeBron James with all these guys and Paul George...
No chance.
You also said Chris Paul and Harden weren't going to work, and I love that.
That is absolutely not true. I said the exact opposite. You said they didn't work.
No.
Wouldn't work. I said from the beginning, I think that Chris Paul and James Harden would work because they are 2 guys that have to put their egos aside in order to win.
By the way,
is exactly
Chris
what they're
Paul
doing.
always got bashed in L.A. That franchise is a mess since he left.
Is it possible a guy can change?
I love Chris Paul. Anyway,
the point being is... said that. I said the exact opposite.
By the way, the Lakers are going to get Paul George. It's done.
No, it's not.
It is done.
No, it's not. From who did you hear that from?
I trust my sources. It is done. No. He is going to L.A. If the Lakers decide they want him over Kawhi Leonard, because they like Kawhi Leonard.
Right. I will say, I did see an advertisement for, is it Blaze Pizza? Is that what LeBron's pizza is?
Yeah.
In Staples Center.
Yes.
Are they trying to lure LeBron with his pizza chain?
Wow, that's interesting.
Still not going to work.
That was not a coincidence.
When you have to get a guy to bring pizza, or you lure a guy with his pizza chain, it's not going to work. Speaking of the Spurs, Danny Green was talking after the game about this whole thing with Kawhi Leonard and how he's not playing, and we've seen Greg Popovich made a comment about when Kawhi and his group feel like he's ready, then he'll come back, and the whole players meeting trying to convince Kawhi to play again. Danny Green is saying that this is not true. There's no discord.
The only person that really knows is Kawhi Leonard. I guess he had a setback. He had a couple of setbacks, and then he was still in pain. We had communication. We sat down. Some of us talked to him individually. We texted him, and he's still very much a part of our team. So you're in touch with him? We're all in touch with him. We all text him. We're all in touch with him. He's still very much a part of our group and our team. We still have his back over his decisions, what he's doing.
Okay, so that's their new message. Their first message is to crap on Kawhi. Their new one is it's all good.
Yeah, I was talking to people last night, and there wasn't a single person that thinks that they're all rainbows and butterflies over there.
Yeah, it's not great.
And finally, the Rams were reportedly interested in trading for Odell Beckham Jr. before they wound up going with Brandon Cooks. And they say it's because the price was too high for them. And here's Sean McVay now saying he's very happy with Brandon Cooks.
I've always been a fan of this guy, and really just watching from him coming out, I think just a strong physical. He might be smaller in stature, but he's a physical player. He's wired to separate. You see him create after the catch. You see him track the ball down the field. And I think being able to play in two systems that I have a lot of respect for with New Orleans and New England, you can really evaluate a variety of routes. And you know, they were moving him around, playing in the slot, playing outside. And that's the thing that you're excited about, is this guy's got the ability to create in a variety of ways, and there's really no limitations in how you can utilize him.
So is he basically...
He's expensive. You know, he's a really good streak. You know, he's a little bit of a one-trick pony. Like, I like Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, but McVay was talking about him as if he can do everything.
I don't know. Listen, man, Sean Payton's smart and let him go, and Bill Belichick's smart and they liked him, but there's a price on everything, and he's going to end up being kind of expensive. I don't know. McVay's really smart. Maybe it works for them.
It's better than Odell Beckham. He's been
Now that price tag's exorbitant. Right. Yeah.
Yep, that's news.
Christine with the news.
Well, that's the news.